where winter roads, oversized transport, recovery machines, off-road trucks, and extreme terrain push both drivers and equipment to the limit. Just another winter day in Sakhalin, where the roads turn into skating rinks and every driver has to treat the surface with respect. One small mistake on ice can become a full loss of control before there is even time to react. Full speed ahead for this heavy-duty barrier test. Most people think it is just a pipe sticking out of the ground, but the real strength is hidden below the surface. That underground foundation is what makes the barrier take the impact instead of folding instantly. With a total length of more than 71 meters, a width of 4.4 meters, and a weight reaching up to 442 tons, this convoy is not just moving. It is performing coordinated engineering on every centimeter of road. Oversized transport at this scale is all about traction, timing, steering precision, and constant communication. Look at those skid marks. He barely even had a chance to brake. On a slick surface, stopping distance disappears fast, and by the time the driver realizes what is happening, the vehicle is already committed. Watch this man TGA work to pull a heavy Tatra 380 transporter out of deep sand. That Tatra is carrying a massive bulldozer on its lowboy trailer, basically turning the whole trailer into an anchor in these conditions. This is heavy-duty recovery at its best in the Russian wilderness. Delivered back in December 2012, this unique TSACP firefighting swamp buggy was designed for extreme terrain rescue. It is a specialized all-terrain vehicle built to fight fires in remote areas where standard trucks simply cannot reach. In deep mud, marshland, or rough ground, machines like this are not optional, they are the only way in. The Ural is struggling with ruts left behind by the narrower tires of the GAZ 66. That is the problem with mixed vehicle tracks and soft ground. Once the rut pattern is wrong for your wheelbase or tire width, even a capable truck starts fighting the road instead of following it. This 2019 footage from the United States shows how quickly things can go wrong on ice. The trooper was actually helping someone else when this truck suddenly slid toward the scene. Luckily, everyone walked away safely, but it is a sharp reminder that ice does not care how prepared you think you are. Standard Salang Pass conditions in Afghanistan: heavy snow, narrow routes, and very complicated roads. In places like this, every trip is a test of patience, traction, and nerve. Look at the output from this MT7 track machine using a 7.5-inch snow blower. It moves huge amounts of snow straight into the truck with serious efficiency. Winter does not stand much of a chance against a setup like this. Imagine waking up and finding your Chevy Captiva looking like a giant marshmallow. Today, we are in deep Himalayan snow to see whether a set of tire chains can actually save the day. In conditions like these, chains can be the difference between moving forward and digging yourself deeper. The W3T grader attachment is purpose-built for scraping ice. This hydraulic tool is critical for removing frozen layers from rural roads and improving traction where normal plowing is not enough. When ice bonds hard to the surface, scraping is the only real solution. Ever seen a tractor doing double duty? Up here in Gettahogan, they have hooked up a Mookie-style blower to attack some stubborn ice and snow. The real question is whether that hydraulic motor has enough bite to cut through it cleanly. Heavy rain turns the road into a real bog, and every pull makes the wheels sink deeper. That is what makes the rescue harder with every attempt. In mud like this, more force does not always solve the problem. Sometimes it only buries the vehicle further. A tense rescue operation unfolds at Batu Jomba after a truck rolls over on the famously dangerous slope. Roads like this punish every mistake, especially when the surface is steep, slick, and already known for heavy vehicle trouble. Go, 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 black, black. In recovery moments like this, timing and communication matter. Everyone has to react quickly because one delayed signal can make the whole operation harder. The Soviet-made Gaz 66 has a cab-over design that gives the driver better visibility. It is legendary for its off-road capability, even if that gasoline engine definitely loves drinking fuel when climbing hard. Still, in rough terrain, the Gaz 66 earned its reputation the old-fashioned way, by getting through places where other trucks stopped. That is what timber technology is all about. Real machines facing real terrain, from icy highways and deep snow to oversized cargo, mud rescues, all-terrain fire vehicles, and Soviet off-road legends. These clips show the same lesson again and again: power matters. But control, traction, and planning are what keep the job alive. That tail swing happened so fast that the other vehicles barely had any chance to avoid it. When a long vehicle starts moving sideways, the danger zone becomes much wider than most people expect. Somehow, the vehicle still manages to keep its balance. That is the kind of moment that makes viewers hold their breath until the very last second. Fresh out of the shop and straight into a snowstorm that is a real field test for the T330. No controlled conditions, no easy start, just deep winter putting the machine to work immediately. This really shows why you should keep your distance from giant trucks. When a heavy vehicle shifts, slides, or loses control, everything around it becomes part of the risk zone. An oversized journey that leaves people stunned. An offshore wind turbine shell, weighing up to 422 tons, leaves General Electric's factory in Montoire de Bretagne, heading toward the port of Saint-Nazaire. Moving cargo like this is less like driving and more like guiding a building through public roads. You can see how one mistake in judging height can leave an entire vehicle stuck right in the middle of the road. Clearance is not a detail in heavy transport. It is one of the first things that has to be checked. Can you imagine cargo more than 10 meters wide, nearly 30 meters long, and weighing up to 510 tons trying to squeeze through city streets? It takes 1 to 2 hours just to cover about 4 kilometers. That is not a normal drive. That is a slow, controlled engineering operation. This MTZ 82 Belarus is hitting the snow like a tank. Some people say the lighter T40 handles these drifts better, but watching this four-wheel drive rig work through the snow is still impressive. It may not be elegant, but it keeps pushing. I guess that 8-wheel drive system is what keeps it moving through this mud. In ground this soft, traction is everything. What do you think?